Have you ever wondered what that incredibly strange-looking, supposedly edible thing at your neighborhood market is? Or wandered into a restaurant for an almuerzo and been offered a juice of some exotic-sounding fruit you've never even heard of? No more. With this easy-to-use guide, complete with pictures, your knowledge of Ecuador's fruits and vegetables will equal that of the locals. Armed with such a tool, you will never fear the produce stalls again. Achocha. Known as a stuffing cucumber in English, the fully grown, mature fruits are eaten cooked, raw in salads, or pickled. For soups, the achocha seeds are removed and then cooked along with other vegetables and spices. The achocha has a subtle flavor similar to a cucumber. The fruit has a large cavity in which the seeds develop, and this can be filled with other foods to make typical Spanish dishes. The young shoots and leaves may also be eaten as greens. Achotillo, known as rambutan in English. The fruit's flesh is translucent, whitish, or very pale pink, with a sweet, mildly acidic flavor reminiscent of grapes. Can be eaten by themselves, but are commonly used to flavor candies and juices. Babaco, a cousin of the papaya, the babaco is a seedless fruit and is entirely edible. Even the smooth skin can be eaten. It is said to have a flavor similar to that of strawberry, papaya, kiwi, and pineapple. Like the papaya, the babaco is grown for its edible fruit and for its juice. Borojo. One of the few of the Rubiaceae family that has edible fruit, borojo is grown in areas of high humidity and temperature. Each fruit has 90 to 640 seeds. Borojo has high levels of protein, ascorbic acid, calcium, and iron, and very high levels of phosphorus. Borojo is used in the preparation of jam, wine, desserts, and traditional medicines with supposed aphrodisiac effects. It is also used by the local communities against hypertension, bronchial diseases, and malnutrition. Chirimoya, known as the custard apple in English. Mark Twain called the chirimoya the most delicious fruit known to man. Some characterize the fruit's flavor as a blend of banana, pineapple, papaya, peach, and strawberry. It can be chilled and eaten with a spoon, which has earned it another nickname, the ice cream fruit. When the fruit is soft and still has the fresh, fully mature, greenish-yellowish skin color, the texture is like that of a soft pear or papaya. If the skin is allowed to turn fully brown, but the flesh has not fermented or gone bad, then the texture can be custard-like. The seeds are poisonous if crushed open, and an extract of the bark can induce paralysis if injected. Granadilla, known as sweet passion fruit in English. The outer shell is hard and slippery, and has soft padding on the interior to protect the seeds. The seeds, which are hard and black, are surrounded by a gelatinous sphere of transparent pulp. The pulp is the edible part of the fruit, and has a soft, sweet taste. It is very aromatic and contains vitamins A, C, and K, as well as phosphorus, iron, and calcium. Guava, known as inga in English. Commonly known as the ice cream bean, the seeds are covered with sweet white powder. The pulp covering the seeds is lightly fibrous and sweet, and rich in minerals. Guanábana, known in English as soursop. Soursop is widely promoted, sometimes as graviola, as an alternative cancer treatment. There is, as yet, no medical evidence that it is effective. The pulp is also used to make fruit nectar, smoothies, and fruit juice, as well as candies, sorbets, and ice cream flavorings. Guayaba, known as guava in English. In many countries it is eaten raw, typically cut into quarters or eaten like an apple, whereas in other countries it is eaten with a pinch of salt and pepper, cayenne powder, or a mix of spices. Guava juice is also popular. The fruit is often prepared in fruit salads. Because of its high level of pectin, guavas are extensively used to make candies, preserves, jellies, jams, and marmalades. Guavas are rich in dietary fiber and vitamin C, with moderate levels of folic acid. Having a generally broad, low-calorie profile of essential nutrients, a single common guava fruit contains about 4 times the amount of vitamin C as an orange. Guineo orito, similar to but smaller in size than a banana. They are also more dense and can be sweeter in flavor. Habas, known as the broad bean in English. Preparing the beans involves first removing them from their pods, then parboiling the beans to loosen their exterior coating before discarding it. The beans can be fried, causing the skin to split open, and then salted and/or spiced to produce a savory, crunchy snack. They are eaten fresh or dried for stew, toasted, boiled, roasted, etc. Jamaica. The tea made from the hibiscus flower buds has many medicinal properties, including reducing high blood pressure. The tea is also high in minerals and especially recommended during pregnancy, as it is believed to bolster the woman during labor and help speed delivery. Kaki, known as persimmon in English. Persimmons are harvested and used in a variety of dessert dishes, most notably pies. It can be used in cookies, cakes, puddings, salads, curries, and as a topping for breakfast cereal. Maracuya, known as passion fruit in English. Across the world, this fruit has a variety of uses related to its appealing taste as a whole fruit and juice. Meyoko, known as uluco in English. The meyoko is one of the most widely grown and economically important root crops in the Andean region of South America. Because of its high water content, uluco is not suitable for frying or baking, but it can be cooked in many other ways, like the potato. When boiled or broiled, they remain moist, and the texture and flavor are very similar to the meat of the boiled peanut without the skin. But, unlike the boiled peanut, which becomes soft and mushy, meyoko remains firm and almost crunchy. Naranjilla, known as little orange in English. The fruit has a citrus flavor, sometimes described as a combination of rhubarb and lime. The juice of the naranjilla is green and is often used as a drink. Noni, known as cheese fruit or even vomit fruit because of its pungent odor when ripening. The tree is part of the coffee family, and the fruits are used in juices and have been promoted as an alternative health cure for a number of diseases. Oca, known as a yam or New Zealand yam in English, although not a true yam. Grown primarily by Quechua and Aymara farmers, oca has been a staple of rural Andean diets for centuries. Oca is important to local food security because of its role in crop rotations and its high nutritional content. Oca is one of the highest vegetable sources of carbohydrates and energy. They are a good source of provitamin A, beta-carotene, and also contain potassium, vitamin B6, and small amounts of fiber. Pepino dulce, known as sweet cucumber in English. The pepino dulce resembles a melon in color, and its flavor recalls a succulent mixture of honeydew and cucumber, and thus it is also sometimes called pepino melon, or melon pear, but pepinos are only very distantly related to melons and pears. Delicate and mild flavored, pepinos are often eaten as a fresh snack fruit, though they combine very well with a number of other fruits as well. Pitaya, known as the dragon fruit in English. The fruit's texture is sometimes likened to that of the kiwi because of its black, crunchy seeds. The flesh, which is eaten raw, is mildly sweet and low in calories. The seeds are eaten together with the flesh, have a nutty taste, and are rich in lipids, but they are indigestible unless chewed. The fruit is also converted into juice or wine, or used to flavor other beverages. The flowers can be eaten or steeped as tea. The skin is not eaten. Sapote bears orange-yellow fruit, which are soft, juicy sweet, and contain 2 to 5 seeds. Fruit is usually eaten out of hand, though it may be juiced. Tocte, known as the Ecuadorian walnut or Andean walnut. Tomate de árbol, or tamarillo, known as the tree tomato in English. The flesh has a firm texture and contains more and larger seeds than a common tomato. The fruits are very high in vitamins and iron and low in calories, only about 40 calories per fruit. The fruit is eaten by scooping the flesh from a halved fruit. When lightly sugared and cooled, the flesh is used for a breakfast dish. Some people cut the fruit in half, scoop out the pulpy flesh, and spread it on toast for breakfast. Fresh tamarillos are frequently blended together with water and sugar to make a juice, or are blended with chili peppers to make a hot sauce, simply referred to as ají, and is present at every meal in Ecuador. Tuna, known as the cactus fruit or prickly pear in English. Full of antioxidants, it's eaten raw or cooked and is used to make juice, jelly, candy, and even flour. Uvilla, known as Cape gooseberry in English. Uvillas are low in calories and contain moderate levels of vitamin C, niacin, and thiamine. The uvilla is more distantly related to a large number of edible plants, including tomatoes, eggplants, potatoes, and other members of the nightshade family. Like a tomato, they contain numerous small seeds. Uvillas are sweet when ripe, with a characteristic mildly tart flavor. They are relished in salads and fruit salads. Also, because of the fruit's decorative appearance, it is popular in restaurants as an exotic garnish for desserts. Yuca, known as cassava in English. Cassava is the third largest source of carbohydrates in the tropics, after rice and maize. Yuca can be cooked in many ways. The soft boiled root of the sweet variety has a delicate flavor and can replace boiled potatoes in many dumplings, soups, stews, gravies, etc. Deep fried, after boiling or steaming, it can replace fried potatoes, bringing a distinctive flavor. It can be made into a flour that is used in breads, cakes, and cookies. Sambo, known as the fig leaf gourd in English. Eating this squash is said to help people with diabetes. Several scientific studies have confirmed its hypoglycemic effect. It is used effectively to treat diabetes due to its high D-chiroinositol content. The vine and fruit are used for fodder. Because of its ability to keep for a long time, the ripe fruit was taken on voyages on ships and used for food for livestock. The immature fruit is eaten cooked, while the mature fruit is sweet and used to make confectionery and beverages, sometimes alcoholic. The fruit is low in beta-carotene, as can be seen from its white flesh, and moderately high in carbohydrates. This squash is used to make jams, pie filling, and soup. Zapallo or calabaza. Known as a squash in English, it is eaten many different ways, such as in stews, cakes, and candies. Some recipes that call for pumpkin allow calabaza to be used in its place. The taste is smooth and somewhat sweet. Calabaza is a good source of beta-carotene, some of which can be converted into vitamin A. There you have it, our A to Z list of fruits in Ecuador. While we haven't been able to include every fruit that Ecuador has to offer, we've covered some of the most exotic. If you enjoyed the video, please share it on Facebook. Thanks for watching!